Look at that. That is one attractive loaf, isn't it? Look at that. No idea how I did it. I went to pottery today and I got this thing back that I made. It was a sharp bit of pottery under there, but anyway, it's from my big square soap. I'm hoping it's going to fit. Right, let's see. Oh, it's a bit big, but that's fine. That's pretty good. So in theory, the residue will dribble through there. Look at Margot, she's being a meerkat. She's so cute. She went to the groomers yesterday. Here we go. Look how sweet you are. You're so adorable. She's so cute. You're like a little bear, aren't you? You're just like a little teddy bear. February vlogs are done. They are over, and I sort of miss doing them. Just popping some hand cream on. I do miss doing them. I feel like a routine and a structure has gone. So I quite often find myself thinking, what am I doing? What am I meant to be doing? It'll pass, I'm sure of it. I thought I would just quickly pop on now because I've made some progress on my dust of snow wrap, and I've had some thought process progress too. And all the time that I was on my dog walk just now, my cheeks were really cold. I kept thinking about what I wanted to say about it. So I figured I needed to get that out of my head and onto film. So here we go. I'm going to talk to you about it. On Saturday when I went to Flock, oh dear, I've just pulled it off the needles. Pooah. Poo and pooah. There we go. When I was at Flock on Saturday, Nikki was there, Lupin Lane Handmade, and she had brought her dust of snow wrap, and she was saying, oh, do you know, I should love it because it's beautiful, and she used her dandelion and dogwood advent calendar minis, and it was beautiful and sensational. And I was thinking, oh, can't wait for mine to be finished so I can wear it. And she said, it's just too big. It's unmanageably big. So I asked to try it on, and I absolutely loved it that size. It was so smooshy and gorgeous, glorious. And I just thought, this is great. But then on reflection, I thought, do you know what? Practicality wise, if something is too big, just had to do some yarn management. If something is too big, then it isn't easy to wear, is it? It's just, you're constantly wrestling with it. You need something that's going to sit on you and stay on you and not bug you. Bloody dog's barking. So with that in mind, I kept mulling it over. And then I kept thinking, I'm not sure that this was the right choice for my 3 colours. My fade that my mum bought for me for my birthday, she got Sherry Iris to dye it up, and it's absolutely stunning yarn. So this is ball 3. This is ball 2. And I don't know what ball 3 looks like knitted up, obviously. And this is ball 1, which is my absolute favourite. I love it so much. I'm kind of regretting not doing 3 separate projects with these balls. So I'm at that point where I decided I wasn't going to make it the full length. I was going to cut it short. So I think I have ended upon, right, taking into consideration that there are more garter rows at the ends than you have in between the patterns. I would say I've ended on about 450, which is 120 rows short, which tells me that I wasn't even going to get through the majority of this ball anyway, because I think each ball was, I did mark it on here. Yeah, I'd only have used half of this because it was about 220 rows per ball, and I only had another 120 to go. So yeah, only about half of that. So I've decided to save this precious ball for something else. Cast off the dust of snow as it is, which is basically, once it's been, oh babushka, hold me close. I can never help doing that. It's basically just a really easy to wear length scarf. See? So that's what I'm doing. However, I don't have a problem with unraveling things. So once I have knitted it, cast it off, I mean, which I'm halfway through doing that, or not even halfway, look, that's as far as I've got. Once I've cast it off, blocked it, gently woven in the ends, if I find I'm not wearing this, I'm ripping it out. I'm just gonna frog it and reclaim all the lovely yarn. And I have no problem with that, because if I've enjoyed knitting something, then that's served its purpose. That's done. I enjoyed it. That is in the past. Now, if I'm not wearing it, I haven't wasted my time because I've enjoyed my time. Therefore, I'll just rip it out and I'll enjoy it knitting it up again. I'm questioning whether I'm going to wear this as a scarf like this, although it does look very well with this dress of mine, this woolly dress, because it won't go with any of my coats. And I've done it with some mohair, which means the one coat that I've got that it will go with, it will ruin that coat, in that it's navy and it's wool and fluff sticks to it, and then it tends to pill. So you end up with white pills on your coat. So I don't want that to happen. I'll let you know how I get on. I shall cast this off now, block it, and then come back to you with a finished item. And I'll pop this vlog up, not vlog, it's like a pod, isn't it? A mini pod. I'll pop this mini pod up just as a standalone jobby, and that'd be that then. That'd be that then. Oh, Wally. Margot loves it when I have a sewing day. I'm doing some sewing today. A while ago, quite a while ago, in fact about over a year ago, my friend's daughter had a baby. So I made her a little roll for nappies and wipes and poo bags and all the like. And then my friend said, oh, I love that. Could you make me one? I said, yeah, of course I will. Of course I will. And I haven't, and I haven't, and I haven't, and I haven't. And today I am. And I'm going to share it with you here. This is as far as I've got so far. So what we've got is a zip pocket here, which you'll be able to tuck things under there. And this will be another pocket you can put wet wipes in, and this is another pocket for nappies. And then I'm just going to have a ribbon that wraps around it and you tuck it in, rather than having to tie knots or loop anything round, or have a clasp that might not meet up once you've got the pockets full, or Velcro that can lose its Velcro-ness. I've just made it up, really. I've got this packet of wet wipes from years ago. I don't use wet wipes, which is why this is so old. And I now and again have to add some more water, and I put it upside down and they seem to stay wet. So that's useful. It's useful when it comes to doing something like this, because I can gauge whether I've got the size correct or not. Right, it's done. Hopefully, here we have one fully functioning nappy roll. Oh, outside written on there. So this is how it goes. I've got to finish off the end of that ribbon. You just twirl it round, hold it like that. And then inside we've got a place for nappies, a place for wipes, a zipper for poo bags, just another pouch there. I didn't line the pouch here because this is such thick upholstery fabric that I didn't want it to be too difficult for my sewing machine to do this top stitching. If you think that on some areas there we've got 8 layers of fabric as it is, we would be adding another 4 at least if I'd lined it, because of the way the seam goes. It's 12 layers, quite a lot, even for my trusty Bernina. There. Now this fabric, this florally fabric, I was given by a friend. She said, oh, I picked this up in the bargain box, and I've changed my mind on my colour scheme of my bedroom, so I'm not going to make a cushion out of it or have a cushion made out of it. Would you like it? I said yes. And I think it's lovely. It's Laura Ashley. And then the stripe, that's the middle pocket and the outside, was curtains. A friend of mine put on Facebook, I've got these curtains going, they're not really good enough to be reused as curtains. They've never fitted the window or hung properly. The fabric kind of warps and wobbles. But it'd be okay for just miscellaneous sewing. So I said, I'll have a couple of curtains off you. And I love the fabric and I've used it plenty. It seems to lend itself really well to anything that you want to make. Right, I need to just finish off this end of this ribbon, iron off the writing and wrap it up. Woo! Glad that's done. It's been hanging over me. My own fault. Once you get started on these things, they take no time at all. But truthfully, I get a bit insecure about sewing for people, especially sewing for sewers. So I put it off. And I'm always worried that things are going to fall to pieces, hence not having my shop up and running still. It's a time thing and a timing thing and a confidence thing, quite honestly. Also, my back hurts when I sew. I mean, really hurts, which is why I haven't got very far on my patchwork quilt for the raffle either, for Bill's school. I think it's probably the chair, but I just don't want to have to go and buy a office chair, which is probably what I need. I'm going to have to do that.